Yeah, we're waiting for recording to start. Okay. It's good noon, everyone, and welcome back to PPS lab session. In previous lab, we have started creating programs related to structures, right? So we started with the very basic program on structure. You just need to define any structure with any element, whatever comes to your mind, right? Just you are going to read those data and print it. That was the 49th program. Next one, we looked at defining a structure. Structure name was already given, personal. And the member of that structure was also given, name, date of joining, and salary. And then it says you read the structure data for 5 people and then print it. And similar kind of program we were having, 53rd one, which says create a structure, student record. Members are already given name, branch, and total marks. And here it says read data for 10 students and print it. So both programs are almost similar. Now, in terms of 5 people, you can have separate variables, but in terms of 10 students, you need to go for structure array, right? And one more program we looked, that was the 51. Define a structure called time struct, and the members are hours, minutes, and seconds. And when you are going to print that data, you will be simply printing those members in this format. That's it. Hours, minutes, and seconds. Just in between, you need to have colon sign, printf structure, nothing else. So those 4 programs we have seen in previous lab. Now today, I'm going to show you this program. Now, this is somewhat complex, and that's why we kept this program separately. And we are targeting only one program today. In this lab session, I'm targeting only one program. After that, starting from 54th one, we are going to have few programs related to pointers, right? And after that pointer, you will be having few programs related to files, and done, right? So we'll see that later, right? Let's focus on this program today. And we will directly jump to the coding environment and we'll learn and we'll try to understand what it asks, right? So we are about to create this program which says define a structure called cricket. Okay, so let us define a structure. And right now, I'm going to create the structure globally. If I go for local, doesn't matter, I have a single file, fine? So let me define that struct first. Struct cricket. Now inside that, it says, describes the following information, the player name, team name, and batting average. So we need to have 3 members of this structure. Player name and character name is going to be the character array, right? So let's have P name array, and just to be at a safer side, I'll say that, okay, 20 characters. And then the other one is T name, team name, and that is also going to be 20 characters, right? And the third one is batting average. Let's go for a float here, BAVG, batting average. So we have declared, we have written a cricket structure with 3 members, Now what it says, using this cricket structure, okay, declare an array player. So इसी structure का एक array आपको बनाना होगा player. So I'm going to declare that variable along with the declaration of structure here. Okay. Fine. So what we have done, along with the declaration of this structure, we have declared the structure variable. and it says it must be array with 50 elements. Now अब यहाँ पे fix बोल दिया है आपको 50 element लेने हैं. So we'll not go for dynamic memory allocation. We'll simply say that, okay, this is going to be of 50 elements inside. So we have 50 elements player array of this structure data type, right? Now then it says, write a C program that is going to read the information about all 50 players. Oh, all 50 players? With 50 elements, I cannot go and test this entire program multiple times. I cannot go for trial and error. So what we will do is, okay, initially we'll do this for 3 players. If it works for 3, then it will work for 50 also, correct? So to make that change, even inside the function, inside the main, we are going to write some loop to loop with along with this array. So we'll have loop control variable, and then we'll have some. So it's something like we are going to have integer I, and somewhere later we are going to write a loop, for loop, where we will say that I equals to 0, I less than 3, and I plus plus. So that's how you are also going to write loop, and you are going to have some limitation there, 3, 5, 50, and so. So this size is going to be used at multiple places. अगर बाद में मैं चेंज करने जाऊंगा तो मुझे हर जगह पे चेंज नहीं करना है. So what we will do is we will define a constant, hash define n3, and now I'm going to use that n here. Okay, so that's the constant. I can use n. इसका फ़ायदा ये है कि अब when I'm done with my program, ये 3 का 50 करना है तो मैं एक ही जगह पे करूँगा 50. It is going to affect the entire program, right? So that's why we go for hash define n3, and we are working with 3 elements only. We are going to test this program with 3 elements. If it works, then we will change it to 50 elements also. Okay, so this is the initial structure we have defined here. Now, what it says, you read all the informations, and then you print all the informations. But when you print it, it says you print it team-wise list of players. Now, this is where a tricky thing comes. When you print your data, you are not going to simply print it, dump it, but you are actually going to categorize all the players based on a team name, So if you have started printing players of India, then print all the players of India. Then go for another team. And that's where this program becomes somewhat tricky. So what we will do is, we'll not focus on this requirement, team-wise printing. Let us simply go read and print everything on the output screen. पहले हम इतना करते हैं. Let us go read data and print data. So just today we have seen that thing. What we need, हमें क्या करना होगा? Okay, not in the structure and somewhere in the program. Yeah, here it is. This is how I take the value. So what we will do is, yeah, I need to go for array. Okay, yeah, we have cricket structure, we have player array, we take loop control variable also. So now we are going to say, we are going to ask user to enter player details here. Okay, so let us start. Please enter player details, and please enter, let's say, %D total n player details. So I'll say, please enter 3 player details. 3 players details, right? And then we will run a loop. Now inside this loop, I'm going to say that, okay, printf, this is player 1, right? I plus 1. And then I'm going to ask user to enter everything. So this is going to be the player name, and this one is going to be player of, okay, everything I need to change here, player of I dot p name, right? So first I'll ask player name %s player of I dot p name. Then similar way, I'm going to ask team name, and that's going to be t name here. Okay, player of I t name. And the third one, I'm going to ask batting average, right? Batting average, and that's going to be BAVG here. Batting average is going to be float, so F, and float requires ampersand. Okay. So what we do, we simply take all the details from user, and now we want to print it. What we need, we want to print it. So again, we are going to say, okay, printf, let us print these details in a table format. At present, let us print it in a table format. So here I'm going to print table header, and I'm going to have t name first. Team name I'm printing before player name, okay? Slash t, then p name, player name, slash t, and b batting average. Okay, so that's my heading of a table. Done. And then I'm going to write a for loop. I equals to 0, I less than capital N, I plus plus, and inside that we will print all those details here. So the first is going to be %s string, then slash t, second string, then slash t, third batting average float, and slash n. So let's print those things. The first one I'm going to have team name, T name, second P name, and third batting average. Okay. So we have done nothing. We have simply asked user to enter all the details, and then we will go and print it, and we will just check what happens here. Okay. So let me run this code. And what it says, okay, please enter 3 players details, and then it says player 1 and player name. So my first player is, let's say, AAA. Team name is, let's say, India, and batting average is 88. Then it goes for second player, player 2, player name. Okay, second player is BBB. Team is, let's say, Australia, and batting average 77. And then it goes for third player, player name C. He is from India again, IND, and the batting average is 77. And then we print. So program works perfectly. Whatever details we have given, it is printing all those things in this table format, where we have team name, then A 88, Australia B 77, India C 77, and so on. Now, as per our requirement, we may make some, we may go for a few changes. Let's say player name should be on a new line. So I can have slash in here, and fine. We can also go for once lesson at this place, and then printing this we can have 0.2f and so on. Done. Let's save this code. Now we'll test it in the next run. But now let's focus. What we have done, we have taken all the details and we have printed all the details back on the output screen. अगर ये प्रोग्राम 3 प्लेयर के लिए चल रहा है तो मैं सिर्फ यहाँ पे 3 की जगह पे 50 कर दूंगा, तो ये 50 प्लेयर की डिटेल मांगेगा और 50 प्लेयर की टेबुलर फॉर्मेट में डेटा दे देगा हमें, एंड दैट्स इट, राइट? Now this is similar to what you have done already with student and person. Person का डेटा लिया, प्रिंट किया, स्टूडेंट का डेटा लिया, प्रिंट किया. So this is the same program. स्टूडेंट और पर्सन की जगह पे यहाँ पे क्रिकेट प्लेयर आ गया. No change there. Correct? So if you have any kind of query right now, please ask. I'm looking at chat box now. Yeah, Yusuf is asking in that time-related program, what it says, you assign some data. अब आपको जो करना है करो, यूज़र के पास से मांगना है मांग लो. Current time अगर आपको चाहिए, then time.h is the header file which you can use. But that's not the focus. The focus is how we can use structures. Okay. So अगर आप यूज़र के पास से get करोगे तो भी चलेगा. Okay, Yusuf? Yeah. For current program we are dealing with, any query? Okay, so well, if you don't have any query, let's continue. Before that, just post your enrollment numbers in a chat box so that attendance will be recorded. Very quickly, post your enrollment numbers in a chat box. Yeah, you do it, and simultaneously we'll go for the program now. Okay, so now let's get back to back to the definition. What it says, you read those details, okay, and then you print team-wise list. So now we want to go for team-wise list. यहाँ पे तो हमने ऐसे ही list पूरा दे दिया. Without focusing on the team name, we have simply printed the entire list. We have simply printed the entire list. लेकिन अब ये क्या बोल रहा है कि आपको टीम वाइज प्लेयर का लिस्ट प्रिंट करना है. सो अगर एक बार आपने इंडिया के प्लेयर को प्रिंट करना स्टार्ट किया, सो AAA, उसके बाद आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया नहीं, जितने भी इंडिया के प्लेयर्स है उसको आप पहले प्रिंट कर दो. सो यू आर गोइंग टू प्रिंट AAA 88, then you are going to print CCC 77. Or once you are done with all the Indian players, you may go for the next team. That's what we want to achieve, because that's what it has been asked. So any idea what we can do here? मेरे पास एक पूल एरे है कि जिसके अंदर मेरे पास टीम नेम है. How can I cluster all the players team wise? मुझे क्या करना होगा? What should we do there? Any idea? Any point? आप क्या कर सकते हो अगर आपको टीम वाइज प्लेयर को प्रिंट करना हो? Okay, Yusuf is suggesting that we should go for 2-dimensional T-name array, separate array. Okay, उसके अंदर क्या करूँगा फिर मैं? We can have one separate array where we are going to maintain team names. तो क्या करना होगा हमें? When user gives all the details, वो सारी डिटेल्स में से हमें यूनिक टीम नेम्स अलग निकाल के रखने पड़ेंगे. 3 प्लेयर ऑस्ट्रेलिया से है, 5 प्लेयर इंडिया से है, तो इंडिया एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया यूनिक टीम नेम आपको निकाल के अलग रखना पड़ेगा। बाद में आप क्या कर सकते हो, यू पिक वन टीम, लेट्स से ऑस्ट्रेलिया, तो आपका स्ट्रक्चर एरे जो है वो पूरा एरे आप सर्च करोगे, जहाँ पे भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया है उसको प्रिंट करो, बाकी के छोड़ दो, स्किप इट। तो एक टीम पकड़ ली ऑस्ट्रेलिया, एंड देन यू हैव गॉन फॉर फुल स्ट्रक्चर एरे, और वहाँ से जितने भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया थे प्रिंट कर लिए, एंड डन। लेकिन ये आपने सिर्फ ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए किया। अब क्या करोगे, देन यू गो फॉर इंडिया, फिर से आप स्ट्रक्चर एरे को इटरेट करोगे, जितने भी इंडिया के प्लेयर्स है उसको प्रिंट करोगे, एंड सो ऑन, राइट। दैट कैन बी वन अप्रोच। एनी अदर आइडिया? और कोई रास्ता है जो आपके दिमाग में आता हो? Yeah, Miraj is saying ABCD wise, but what ABCD wise? Miraj? Look, it's very much simple. The ABCD wise, it means sort your array based on a team name. What you wanted was, let's get back to the program. हमें क्या करना था, हमें ये ट्रिपल ए और ट्रिपल सी दोनों सेम टीम से हैं और अलग अलग जगह पे है। उसकी जगह पे हमें क्या करना है, दोनों को एक साथ ला के रख देना है। We want to bring those players together. We want to clusterize all the players based on a team name. So what we actually need is, we want to sort this array. Player is the array of n elements, correct? So we want to sort this player array based on a team name. आप ये जो पूरा लिस्ट है, ये पूरे लिस्ट को अगर आप टीम नेम से सॉर्ट कर दोगे तो वो प्लेयर्स इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे एक जगह पे। सो द इजीएस्ट आइडिया हियर इज टू सॉर्ट योर एरे। प्लेयर एरे को आप सॉर्ट करना चाहते हो, राइट? well, sorting algorithm we have already seen. अगर आपको याद हो, in the lecture when we were working with array, we were having that sort algorithms, right? We have gone through this program, and in that one we have seen bubble sort, we have seen selection sort, we have seen insertion sort, and so on. Different sorting techniques we have learned. और ये सॉर्टिंग टेक्निक किस लिए थी? आपके एरे को सॉर्ट करने के लिए थी, करेक्ट? एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी वांट टुडे। हमें फिर से वही चाहिए, एरे को सॉर्ट करना है। सो लेट अस यूज दिस बबल सॉर्ट मेथड हियर। ओके, so I'm going to copy this code, and before I print it, I will paste that code here, right? So we are going to apply bubble sort to sort player array based on team name. Okay, now this is what we want, and this was the technique we learned. तो सबसे पहला ये आएगा कि I और J आपके पास होने चाहिए। Okay, we do have I. Let us declare J also. Okay, so ये हो गया, I और J declare हो गए। Capital N constant we have already defined. So these two loops will work properly, and it will go for bubble sort technique. Now inside this bubble sort technique, we were sorting this ARR array, but instead of ARR, what we have player array. So I'm going to replace this ARR, okay, everywhere जहाँ पे भी मेरे पास ARR है मैं उसको player से replace कर दूंगा. Fine. So now I'm looking at player of j plus 1, and I'm swapping those two elements here. Okay, I'm swapping those two elements using one temporary variable tmp. अब ये temporary भी player को store कर सके ऐसा होना चाहिए. So let us have one more tmp structure variable, a temporary structure variable. So that problem is also resolved. Okay, so this code, these three lines are simply swapping two structure elements inside the array. Now, when do we swap those two elements? हमें ये कब swap करना होगा? Depends on this if condition. And the if condition must be based on what? Based on team name, because we want to sort this array based on team name. So ये पूरा एलिमेंट कंपेयर नहीं करूंगा मैं. प्लेयर ऑफ j plus 1, हम ये दोनों को कंपेयर कर ही नहीं सकते हैं क्योंकि दोज टू एलिमेंट्स आर स्ट्रक्चर एलिमेंट्स. तो पूरा स्ट्रक्चर आप कभी कंपेयर नहीं कर पाओगे. यू हैव टू गो फॉर स्ट्रक्चर मेंबर, और हमें कौन सा मेंबर चाहिए? टीम नेम चाहिए. तो व्हाट वी विल डू हियर इज player of j dot t name and player of j plus 1 dot t name. I'm going to compare these two team names. I'm going to compare these two team names. Now we cannot compare two strings directly. दो string को direct compare नहीं कर सकते हो. अगर आपको string compare करना है then you should go for strcmp function, string comparison. So let us include string.h file so that we can use strcmp function here. strcmp function, and in that function we are going to pass these two parameters. So I'm passing these two parameters now. Okay, now what this function will return, strcmp function क्या करता है? वो दोनों स्ट्रिंग को कैरेक्टर बाय कैरेक्टर कंपेयर करेगा, एंड कंपेयर करने के बाद वो हमें एक न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू रिटर्न करेगा. अगर दोनों स्ट्रिंग इक्वल है तो दोनों के बीच का डिफरेंस 0 है. सो इट इज गोइंग टू रिटर्न 0 वैल्यू. अगर पहला स्ट्रिंग दूसरी स्ट्रिंग से बड़ा है, if this player of j dot t name is greater than player of j plus 1 dot t name, तो ये दोनों का डिफरेंस कुछ पॉजिटिव नंबर होगा, and that difference is going to be the difference between ASCII value of mismatched character. जो कैरेक्टर मिसमैच होगा उस कैरेक्टर की ASCII वैल्यू का डिफरेंस ये रिटर्न करेगा. So that's simple. If the return value by this function, okay, if the return value by this function is greater than 0, कुछ पॉजिटिव नंबर है, अगर it is greater than 0, तो उसका मतलब ये हुआ कि jth value is greater than j plus 1 value, and we are going to swap it. So this is how we are going to have our condition now. This is our final code. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are actually sorting this player array based on a team name. Okay, we have sorted our entire structure array based on a team name. So let us save this code and run this code one more time. And this time I'm going to give the same input and we will see the output. What is the difference? Okay. So let order run be as it is. I'm going to run this code one more time here. And I'm going to give the same input like this one. So the first player is going to be triple A. Team name is India, 88. Then second player is B. Team name is Australia, 77. Third player is C. Team name is India and 77. Okay, so same input I have given, but look, this was the table earlier we have printed, and this is the table now we have printed after sorting the entire list. So पहले जो आपको इंडिया अलग अलग मिल रहा था, now you have Indian players together. You have Indian players together. So by sorting this entire array, what you have done, you have brought all the players together which is from same team. सारे players जो same team से हैं आपने एक जगह पे इकट्ठा कर लिया. Now this makes our process easy now. अगर टीम वाइज प्लेयर के नाम आपको चाहिए तो ऑलरेडी आपका जो लिस्ट है वो टीम वाइज सॉर्ट हो चुका है. ये लिस्ट जो है आपने ऑलरेडी टीम वाइज सॉर्ट कर दिया है. So now what you want is once you start one team and start printing all the players. लेकिन अब हम क्या करेंगे, ये टीम को हम बार बार प्रिंट नहीं करेंगे. We are not going to print this team name with every player. अब हम team name को ही heading बना देंगे. Let's do that thing. Let us make this team name as a heading for players. So for that, I'm going to make some changes. I don't want this heading. तो पहले तो मैं इस heading को delete कर दूं. And from this printf, I'm going to make this team name as a heading part. So let me have a separate printf to print that team name, %s player of I dot t name. तो मैं क्या करूँगा, अब यहाँ से मैं %s निकाल दूँगा और यहाँ से मैं टीम नेम निकाल दूँगा. सो टीम नेम को मैंने सेपरेटली प्रिंट कर दिया, बाकी जो है ऐसा ही है. एंड देन व्हाट एल्स आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज आई एम गोइंग टू चेंज द फॉर्मेट ऑफ दिस प्रिंटिंग. द प्लेयर नेम एंड देन इनटू द ब्रैकेट आई एम गोइंग टू प्रिंट बैटिंग एवरेज. प्लेयर का नाम और ब्रैकेट के अंदर बैटिंग एवरेज प्रिंट कर दो. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव गॉन फॉर हियर. ओके, सो ये थोड़ा अलग कर दिया. बट नाउ व्हाट वी वांट, वी डोंट वांट टू प्रिंट दिस टीम नेम एवरी टाइम. हमें ये टीम नेम जो है उसको हर बार प्रिंट नहीं करना है. हम इस टीम नेम को एक बार प्रिंट करेंगे जब कोई नई टीम स्टार्ट होती है. Now when you start printing this data, सबसे पहला प्लेयर नई टीम का होगा, that's for sure. तो ये टीम नेम जो है आपको पहले तो प्रिंट करना है if your I is equals to 0. If your I is 0, right? When you start printing this list, सबसे पहली टीम नई टीम होगी तो उसको आप प्रिंट करोगे. सो यू आर गोइंग टू प्रिंट दिस ऑस्ट्रेलिया हियर. नाउ लेट अस मेक इट हेडिंग. So this is going to be heading for me now. Okay, this is the heading part, and let us have slash and before and after. This is my heading. So I've printed Australia, and then I've gone for the player, Australian player. Now when I iterate this second time, then I is not 0, and second time it is not going to print the team name. It will simply print the player. So second player, third player, fourth player, and so on. It is going to print all the players. So that's okay. But another thing, when the team name changes, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से जैसे ही इंडिया हो जाता है, टीम का नाम जैसे ही बदलता है, अगेन यू वांट टू प्रिंट दिस टीम नेम. आप ये टीम नेम को प्रिंट करना चाहोगे कब? जब करंट प्लेयर का टीम नेम जो है वो पुराने प्लेयर के टीम नेम से अलग है. when it is different. Okay, when current player's team name is not equals to the previous player's team name. अब ये कैसे मिलेगा आपको? Look, current player team name is this one, right? Player of I.T name is going to give you the current player team name. अब पुराने प्लेयर का टीम नेम कैसे मिलेगा? You simply go for I-1. Okay, so ith player and I-1th player दोनों के टीम नेम हमारे पास है. We want to compare these two, and these two needs to be different, अलग होने चाहिए. So फिर से हम कंपेयर करेंगे इन दोनों को. TRCMP कंपेयर करो ith प्लेयर के टीम नेम को I-1th प्लेयर के टीम नेम के साथ, इसके साथ कंपेयर करो. If this comparison is not equals to 0, if it is not equals to 0, it can be positive, it can be negative, doesn't matter. अगर वो 0 नहीं है मतलब वो सेम नहीं है. अगर वो सेम नहीं है तो हमें फिर से ये प्रिंट करना होगा. So we are going to use this condition inside this if, using and using OR operator. So now this is perfect. What we have done, if I is 0, then you print team name, or if these two team names are different, then you also print team name. Otherwise, you simply print players, nothing else. So let me save this code now, and let's run the code with same input one more time. So I run it, and now I'm going to give the same input: AAA, India, 88, BB, Australia, 77, CCC, India, 77. But now what happens is we have changed the output format. Earlier it was a simple table, but now we have gone for team name as a heading. और ये जो sorted array था उसी को अलग तरह से प्रिंट किया. तो सबसे पहले कौन आएगा? ऑस्ट्रेलिया. और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के जितने प्लेयर हैं प्रिंट कर दो, BBB. So we started with Australia and BBB प्रिंट कर दिया. Then we have gone for second player. अब यहाँ पे ऑस्ट्रेलिया से इंडिया टीम नेम चेंज हुआ. So we have made another heading, India, and then we go for all Indian players. So first we have printed A, then we have printed C. So we have printed A and we have printed C here. So this is how we print players team wise. अब अगर ये 3 मेंबर के लिए काम करता है तो ये 5 के लिए भी काम करेगा. Let me clear the output window and let's run this code one more time for 5 players. So I'll go for AAA, India, then BBB, Australia, then CCC for England. Okay, then let's say DD for India one more time, and the 5th one is let's go for EE, Australia. Then still it prints all the players A, B, C, D, E, but now it prints based on the team name. Australia first, because we have sorted it, then England, and then India. So A, E, and I. Team-wise sorting. And this is your program, 50-second program that we want to focus, that we want to perform today. And now if it works for 3 and 5, it will also work for 50. तो आप क्या करोगे? आप सिर्फ इसको 50 करके सेव कर दोगे. That's done. I'm not going to run this program now, वरना वो 50 प्लेयर का डेटा मुझसे मांगेगा, right? So I'll not run it, but we are done with this program now. So I hope everyone is clear with the entire process. And whatever we have learned earlier, we are just reusing that thing. पहले आपने सीखा था कि स्ट्रक्चर कैसे लेते हैं, स्ट्रक्चर का एरे कैसे लेते हैं, हाउ टू टेक वैल्यू फ्रॉम यूजर, हाउ टू प्रिंट दोज वैल्यूज. हमने सेपरेटली एरे को सॉर्ट करना सीखा था, तो अब हमने यहाँ पे स्ट्रक्चर का एरे सॉर्ट किया. And then we have gone for some different format of printing data. This is just a logic, okay? So that's all from my side. Now what we'll do is you go and you try to implement the same program at your end. आज के लिए सिर्फ एक ही program करना है, but you are going to focus here how you can sort your structure array of structures, right? So fine, that's all. I'm going to stop this recording now. We don't want unnecessary recording here. So I'll stop this recording. You start working on your program. At any point of time, if you have any problem, any error, you may ask me, but complete your program as soon as possible.